Good morning, I'm Andre from Peak Motorcycles and welcome to EICMA 2025. This is my first video from the show, and the first place I called out was Hall 4 for the ZX Moto stand. Now, their global launch isn't until later on today. Hopefully you can hear me over that announcement and the music. Anyway, ZX Moto is the new brand that's come out from Zhang Xue, who was the founder of Kove. Now he's left that business, set up a new one, and they have a rally bike, they have some quite cool looking supersports and some enduro bikes. So I'm going to show you around the stand, see what you think. Here we go. So then this is probably the bike that most people are interested in from ZX Moto. So this is their rally bike. Now, if like me, you've got a Kove 450, a lot of this bike may look a little bit similar. I think the engine in particular looks like it's also derived from that same Zhang Xue 450 unit. The back end's a bit different. These rear fuel tanks mounted a bit further forwards, with I guess these bits to grip with your legs. So there's nothing right up in the tail where the tank was on the Kove 450. Tail tidy looks quite similar. Swing arm and the rest looks vaguely familiar as well. Coming up and over the bike, it does feel a little bit narrower, if I'm honest. I'm not sure if it actually is. There's certainly a bit more venting. I don't know whether that's a consequence of needing a bit more airflow. As I come up and over the bike, as you can see, this one's actually got the full rally kit on with the thumb controls there. I just have the normal Pro version on my Kove, but nevertheless, this does have, even though it does have the full road book, I can see it's got the headlamps, it's got turn signals, it's got a horn. It doesn't have any purchase for mirrors, but other than that, I don't see any reason why this wouldn't be road legal. Coming up and over the top, I can see it does have a couple of ecos and a place to mount a digital road book by the look of it. Coming down, it doesn't actually have a dash yet, so there's just that plastic box in there where the dash would go. Coming around the sides, it's still got the same Zeus connectors for removing the windscreen, just one each side, seems to be a little bit more open. If I come down and look at the bash guard, it's a thicker carbon fibre one than the one I had on my Kove. Another sign this is very much road legal is the fact it's already got the ABS rotors fitted with the sensor in the upper position. Coming around the front, I see it's got a double LED headlamp, vertical instead of horizontal like they were on the Kove. I know I shouldn't keep comparing it to that because they are different bikes, but you know, they come from the same mind. Next up we have what looks like a 450 enduro crosser, perhaps. MX 450, that must be a motocross bike. Don't know a great deal about motocross bikes. I'm wondering if it's derived from the same power plant. It's got a Tysco caliper on the front. Even that swing arm looks quite nice in that brushed alloy down to the back. Yeah, definitely not a road legal bike, but not an unattractive one. We also have a 250 motocross bike. Looks very similar to the 450, similar frame, just a smaller unit that's in it. Very compact. Yeah, pretty cool. We now have a bit of a display showing the motors. This is the ZX 459MR. That's quite a small and compact inline 4. I think that's in the supersports, which I'll show you in just a second. Next up we have what looks like a 380cc triple ZX 380 MW3A. Next up we have a 300cc single, which is a very, very compact unit. That's a two-stroke. And last but by no means least is this single cylinder 450. I'm guessing this is what powers the rally bike. Hopefully the 4K will pick up some of the detail on there for those of you who are interested in that. I'll even give you a quick look at the spec sheet. Hopefully that will come out okay on the video. Next up is this rather nice looking 500cc street bike. I think it's got 4-pot calipers at the front. It's quite a compact shape. I'm guessing I would look a little bit large on that, but then again I do on most small sports bikes. But yeah, really nicely finished. Even on the Kove there's so many things like having these bolts which are both Torx and hex, and it's just carried on here. Fully adjustable suspension, a big U and steering damper. Yeah, really, really tidy bike. They have a racing version of this with some aero on it up on the stage, so I'll show you that in a sec. Now that I actually quite like the look of. That's the ZX 500F. That's a sort of more retro styled bike, but using that 500cc inline 4. And I think that is just such a cracking displacement for an inline 4. In these days of bikes that will let you lose your license in second gear, I really like the look of that. I really do. Yeah, just very, very tidy indeed. And I think it's bikes like this that are now coming through that the Japanese need to be paying attention to and maybe even worrying about, because I think that is just stunning. And I love even the bits between the lacquered, so the black and the clear lacquer in there on the engine. Give you a look at the clocks. I mean, they look very classic. It doesn't have the TFT dash, although I suspect that bit in the middle is probably a TFT information panel. Everything else looks, yeah, pretty solid. You know, I know it sounds daft, but again, it's these sort of soft touch plastics. You know, they're not that super shiny plastic that looks super brittle. And even the mirrors aren't a bad effort with those chrome stems. To bigger things, this is the 820RR. So this is their 820cc triple in a race bike, in the supersports, and that just looks stunning. I say race bike, it isn't, because it's got a number plate hanger on the back, but that really does look very cool indeed. Supersports aren't really my thing, but to see the way that's just been finished inside there really is very cool indeed. So here we have the 820RR, which is the actual race bike, and I'm sure you agree that that looks pretty solid. It's got those ceramic discs. I'll creep up onto the stage, just give you a look at how that looks up and over here. Yeah, I mean, anyone who thinks that the Chinese bikes aren't really up to the scratch or up to the quality of things from elsewhere in the world should really have a good look at these machines. So here we have the 600V, which is a new power plant. That is a belt-driven 600cc V-twin. That looks pretty tidy as well. Cruisers aren't really my thing, but you know, I like a nicely made, nice looking motorcycle as much as the next person. And yeah, just a few little touches on that. Maybe not the tape on the back, but things like that square exhaust is different but not ugly. I mean, exhausts, especially on these bikes, tend not to be things of beauty anyway. But a few little touches like the stitching on the seat, you know, coming up and over that sort of leather strap on the tank that goes over the top, and a very simple single dash. I mean, if BMW can do it on the R18, you know, why can't anybody else? Really tidy. Oh, and I see that even has cruise control, as every cruiser should. I think this might be more interesting to a lot of people. So this is the 820 adventure bike. So for those of you who are familiar with the Kove 800, you'll know that that's pretty much, I think, the lightest in class. This one definitely looks more of a tourer, fully loaded up with all the luggage. Just as a first look, not sure about the brown, but I'm sure it would grow on me. Yeah, seeing it's got those 4-pot calipers at the front, double discs. It does have tubeless wheels, as seems to be the standard these days. Comes with some Futurize double LED spots mounted on that crash bar, probably in enough that you won't knock them if you come off. The front light and the windscreen is certainly reminiscent of the 450 rally bike. Coming under there, it actually comes with what looks like a decent bash guard. See, it also comes with a quick shifter. I mean, the ground clearance on that doesn't look massive, I suppose, is the only thing. No centre stand, just a side stand. Pillion pegs. Is that electronic suspension? Certainly looks like it. If I come up and over the bike itself, it's got like this sort of soft pad as a tank protector. Yeah, keyless ignition. Yeah, definitely has electronic suspension. I'm assuming that screen will let you do various things with the electronics. Coming over this side, I can see we've got both heated grips and cruise control, together with some quite chunky buttons, and actually just how those feel for switching between things is actually pretty nice. So yeah, quite liking that. Coming back, looking at the luggage, it's luggage, what can I say? The boxes they look okay. Actually, I quite like those straps on the top. I'm just looking to see how much the cutout is. Oh, actually, you know what? That's not too bad. I know on some bikes you lose a lot in the right-hand pannier because of the exhaust, but here they look like they've actually made a decent job of that. So then, a few useful things about this. So according to the sign, it has a seat height of 830 millimeters, 25 litre fuel tank, and the important number is the net weight of 218 kilograms. So I think that is actually not going to be like the Kove 800. I was wondering whether this would be a 175 kilo sort of Kove 800 rival. I think this is very much a tourer. I think it'll probably be priced as such as well. But yeah, really interested to see these when they come to the UK. Right then, that is me all done. That is my quick look around the ZX Moto stand here at EICMA 2025. I hope that's been interesting and useful. If it has, please check out my other content from the show. I think there'll be at least 1 or 2 other videos coming. Right then, on to the next one.